Hey kids, are you looking for the perfect animated rabbit snuff porn? Do you suffer from sociopathy? Perhaps you're one of those serial killers that derives joy from watching small animals die. Well, have I got a new mini-series for you. Watership Down is literally the most tragic, anxiety-filled animated series from 2018. I purposely avoided watching the original movie after my stepdad made me read the book in the 8th grade because, call me crazy, I don't like watching bunnies die. But as usual here at NerdWire, I have no say in the horrible things they make me watch, so I'm Whitney Van Laningham, and today I'm getting ruined by Watership Down. Alright. Before we get started, let's go over a few things. There's gonna be at least 47 of you who say something like, but it's supposed to be dark. Fun fact, I'm aware that it's supposed to be dark. What I'm not aware of is who the hell Watership Down's demographic is. The author of the original book series, Richard Adams, technically started writing it for his daughters, and Netflix has this series rated as TV PG. But in no way is this stuff kid-friendly. Which is the second thing I want to go over. If animal harm makes you uncomfortable, walk away and go watch Oliver and Company or Stuart Little or whatever. Watching animals die personally makes me very uncomfortable, but I need the money, so let's go! Our story focuses on the rabbit Hazel and his brother Fiver. Fiver's basically the world's cutest little X-Man. He has intense dreams where he can see the future, and Homeboy predicts that machines will come and destroy their home.
You're having another one of your nightmares, brother.
Hazel.
Listen, we're not even 5 minutes in. This is a bunny rabbit having night terrors like a Vietnam War vet. And ding ding ding, that's so rabbit is right, because humans have planted a giant billboard advertising a new condo complex right in the middle of the bunny's home. And now he's hallucinating blood seeping over the hills of his warren, kind of like what happens when the elevator doors open in The Shining, or what happens to girls during Shark Week. Tight. After persuading Bigwig, the largest bunny on the military's payroll, Hazel and Fiver get some quality, hey dude, we're all gonna die time with the king. The only reason why I know this rabbit is Bigwig is because he has a sick mohawk and looks like he plays bass in a pop-punk band. I literally cannot tell the rest of these rabbits apart, and part of me kinda wants to slip one of those wine glass charms around their ears so that I know who's who without subtitles. Of course, King Thorera doesn't believe in Fiver's dreams of blood and destruction, which, to be fair, makes sense. I don't believe my friends when they have zombie nightmares. And have you ever tried listening to someone else explain their dreams? It's super boring. Maybe he tuned out halfway through? I don't know. King Grumpy Bun refuses to evacuate their warren because he's too busy eating a salad. So Hazel and Fiver stage a coup and lead all of the bunnies who believe in Fiver's fever dreams to safety. But oh no! The cops bust in and their plans are interrupted by Captain Holly and our friend from Warp Tour, Bigwig. Thank God it turns out that Bigwig is sick of being bossed around, and he helps the rebel bunnies face off against Holly, acting as their muscle as they flee the warren.
Think about what you're doing.
Go now, Captain Holly, or we'll kill the lot of you.
Cool, so now they have a bunny bouncer to protect them against the evil bunnies. My question is, why do the bunnies have to be evil in the first place? Can't they just be cute and sweet? Man, they never let me talk about animals without everything going horribly wrong. The rebel bunnies barely escape the popo bunnies and end up along a busy road. Bigwig tells the rest of the guys that cars aren't alive and can't even hurt them. That, kids, is what I call Chekhov's roadkill. We're just gonna let that horrible bit of misinformation lurk in the background, silently counting down the moments until a truck bursts through and squishes our new fluffy friends. Thanks, Bigwig! I don't want to see any of you guys get run over just because you're an idiot who thinks rabbits are invincible against cars. And guess what? Rabbits aren't immune to being attacked by birds either, guys. I know you were under oppressive power back in your warren and the humans were coming with their digger cranes, but this isn't great either. And even though the speedy dandelion tries to lead the birds away from his friends, he still gets scooped. But don't worry, he wriggles free and we get to watch Bigwig throat rip a crow like he's goddamn Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse. Just an FYI, guys, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Cowslip, a cute little upbeat bunny friend, tries to convince them to come live at his warren.
And if you'd like to live with us, we welcome you.
Well, that was unexpected.
We're going, right?
Again, Fiver's like, no guys, but the rest of the gang wants a warm place to sleep, so they enter the Great Burrow. all of the rabbits are gigantic and there's a bunch of empty burrows, and I don't know about you, but I'm starting to suspect cannibalism. A lady bunny named Strawberry leads them to a secret burrow with a glowing purple crystal inside that all of the rabbits in the warren worship, and things are starting to feel a little culty.
It's where we come to give praise to Frith.
But what? What's it for?
Careful, we don't want to damage it.
Okay, nothing is ever okay in this story, so let's stop and appreciate this scene where the bunnies are eating carrots for the first time. Did you enjoy that? Was it fun? Good. It's the last happy thing you're ever gonna see in this series. During the next cult meeting, it becomes very apparent that these bunnies aren't nice or fluffy or fun to be around at all. Fiverr was right, and these rabbits are obviously the second coming of David Koresh. Fiverr has another That's So Raven moment and envisions the roots in the cave as a ceiling of bones, so Hazel has to run after him. Bigwig tries to stop them from making the other rabbits leave and accidentally gets caught in a trap. Okay, did the humans set the trap or did the rabbit Manson family back there do it? I'm still not sure they're not cannibals, y'all. Look, they won't even let the other bunnies leave to rescue Bigwig. I guess their whole cult thing is that a day less for another rabbit is a day longer for them all, but that makes less sense to me than measuring your thetans, so whatever. Fiverr does his best to dig Bigwig out, but Bigwig is strangled to death by the snare. This was the part where I started crying uncontrollably on my couch and begged our producers to let me watch something else, but they said no, and here I am watching a bunny funeral. This isn't supposed to happen, you guys! Why can't they just munch on lettuce and run around in a field and hide Easter eggs? Ha! JK, Bigwig is still alive, but you thought he was dead too, didn't you? Yeah, same. And that's why this series sucks. Ooh, Strawberry's back! She's the other bunny I know because she's all cute and pink and sweet. I know the other ones in the group are named Bluebell and Blackberry and Dandelion and some other stuff, but I could not pick any of them out of a lineup. Oh cool, they found the perfect little meadow. That means the story's over, right? And everybody lives happily ever after among the flowers? Nope, there's still 6 minutes left in this episode, so something has to go wrong. And here it is.
Zorn.
Captain Holly.
Captain Holly shows up super beaten up and tells them that everyone in the old warren died at the hands of humans. Cool! All of their family and friends who didn't come with them are totally dead. That's like hundreds of dead bunnies slaughtered for entertainment purposes. Netflix, you're killing me. Oh Jesus, what is this Joker all about? He has one eye, and unless he's Samuel L. Jackson in the Avengers, this cannot be a good sign. If you love the violence and depravity of episode 1, boy are you gonna love episode 2. Captain Holly tells Hazel that after he escaped the humans at the old warren, he ran into a strange rabbit who warned him of a bunny faction known as the Ephraphans. Holly gets the hell out of Dodge and finds Hazel's gang, but now we know there's more evil bunnies out there. Great! Just what I wanted! All the dude bunnies are trying to dig up a new home when all of them simultaneously realize that men are completely useless and that they need lady bunnies to help them dig. They decide to go back to a farm they passed by earlier to see if they can rope any does into living with them in their sausage fest. But before they can head over to the nearest bunny brothel, oh no! A seagull crashes into their midst! Guess they didn't learn a lesson after the whole crow ordeal, because they decide to manipulate the bird with treats and morsels so that he'll be indebted to them for life and help them slay the evil bunny armies by being their eye in the sky. A bunny love triangle blossoms between Hawkbit, Strawberry, and Dandelion, but oh my god, who freaking cares? They all look exactly the same and they're all just gonna die anyways. Fiverr, Bigwig, and Hazel head to the farm to pick up some babes where they meet Clover and try to bust her and her gal pals out of the pokey. Unfortunately, Garfield over here hasn't had his daily lasagna and forces them to retreat. When they return home without any does, the other bunnies decide to venture out on their own. Unfortunately, they stumble upon the evil bunny town, Ephrafa. The head of this bunny clan is also a total a-hole, and he kidnaps our fluffy little friends, brands them, and tries to enslave them. Let me go over that with you one more time. They hold down these fluffy little bunnies and burn a permanent prison tattoo on their sweet little leggies. I hate this show! This is basically a bunny concentration camp.
No, we can't leave here without putting our case forward properly.
Leave here? Who on earth said you were ever going to leave here?
Because Hazel has some sort of adorable fuzzy death wish, he returns to the farm to rescue Clover. A full-scale Cirque du Soleil chase ensues, and we're introduced to a CGI Franken farmer who nearly blows out Clover's brains with his 12-gauge. Hazel saves her, but is immediately shot. Come on! Is this a talking animal miniseries or John Wick with rabbits? Of course, the other guys aren't doing so hot either. They end up killing one of the Nazi bun-buns by letting him get run over by a train. Chekhov's roadkill, checked off. So what's our bunny kill count now? Psych! Hazel is spared by the bunny Grim Reaper, but you totally thought he was dead, didn't you? Yeah, you did, because I did too, and it wrecked me. When Clover shows up to rescue Hazel, she's kidnapped by the bunny Nazis. This girl has had a rough life, man. Awesome, here's a seagull ripping bullets out of Hazel's butt. Really needed that in my life, thanks guys. Instead of laying low, he decides that they need to attack the bunny Nazis and free its prisoners. This is really dumb, because Nazis are not known for not killing people. Oh god damn it, now they're getting chased by a fox? Why can't things just be easy for them? Luckily, none of our little friends die, but the fox is definitely having some Nazi rabbit for dinner tonight. This puts the rabbit kill count at like 397, by the way. Back at the concentration camp, Hitler Bunny decides he wants to wife Clover. I'm sorry, but this guy looks like he could beat up my 20-pound pug. He's gotta weigh, what, 30, 40 pounds? Ah, he's so gross, he'll squish her. Bigwig cements his status as most valuable bunner by infiltrating the bunny concentration camp to rescue Clover and some more does. Poor old Bigwig has to pretend that he is a storyteller, not a fighter, despite looking like he lives and breathes rabbit CrossFit. As part of his Nazi hazing, he gets sucker punched constantly and is eventually put into a position where he has to execute Clover. But, like his haircut, he's too punk for that shiz and starts clobbering Nazis.
In the last 2 days, you have cuffed me in the face over and over again. And it's been incredibly frustrating.
Because this miniseries wouldn't be complete without a Jets versus Sharks standoff, Bigwig has to face down Hitler Bunny and his army in order to save his friends' lives. I'm sorry, but that looks like an army of little Donnie Darko rabbits preparing to destroy each other. I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore. Whitney! Fine! It turns out that Hitler Bunny is such a dick because his parents were killed by a fox, and he was left with a scar. What? He had a chance to be Harry Potter, and he chose to be Hitler? Ugh, this is the worst! Why are all these cutie pies mean to each other? Luckily, the bunny's seagull friend swoops in to save the day, and our guys are able to get to the promised land Watership Down safely. Ha! Just kidding! Nobody's ever safe in this movie, because why would they be? It's a nightmare. The rabbit Nazis end up laying siege to Watership Down and kill Holly in front of his new girlfriend, which honestly puts a huge bummer on the whole battle. And this time, he's really dead. No Bunny Lazarus pit. What's the kill count out now? Like 1 billion? All of the nice, peaceful bunnies have been backed into their underground burrow, trapped by collapsed tunnels, and things look pretty bleak. But luckily, Fiver has a Hail Mary seizure, and suddenly there's a plan and a shot at salvation. Hazel leaves Bigwig as the lone defender of the Warren, while he and Fiver run to the farm to unleash the hounds! Well, hound, but still. Fiver nods to the farmer's dog's leash, but is taken down by the cat, and Hazel has to lead the dog back to Watership Down, all the while knowing that his sweet psychic freak of a brother is getting ripped to shreds. Hazel makes it and the dog eats a bunch of the Nazis. Hitler Bunny decides that he can probably solo a Rottweiler, so yeah, day saved.
I fear no dog. I fear nothing.
That doesn't even make me happy though! Bunny still died. Thankfully, Fiver isn't cat meat and the farmer's daughter returns him. Thank you! I finally stopped sobbing for 5 minutes because someone wasn't a dick for once in this whole entire series. Just kidding again, because the epilogue just can't leave these bunnies alone. We fast forward a few seasons and all the rabbits are living merrily with children. Turns out that the love triangle from earlier ends with Strawberry ditching those glorified extras and hooking up with our boy Bigwig. Which is great, because once again, those are the only 2 rabbits I can identify visually, and that's a relationship I can root for. We don't see Fiver's final vision, but it's pretty obvious that we're about to have another dead rabbit on our hands when he comes to say goodbye to his older brother. I'm never watching one of these ever again. These episodes have a higher kill count than Game of Thrones. The Bunny Grim Reaper returns for Hazel's soul, reassures him that he's lived a good bunny life and that he doesn't have to worry about his people anymore because they're finally free. She offers him a place in her Death Bunny army and he gladly accepts. Okay, I guess that part's kinda cool.
They'll be all right. And thousands like them. If you'll come along, I'll show you what I mean.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm just about ready to put on an Elliott Smith album and stab myself in the stomach 7 times. Did you guys think that this series was as depressing as I did, or are you a soulless monster who hates bunnies? Let me know in the comments below, and check out some more messed up cartoons to the left of my face. And I'll be back next week to ruin your childhood.